Yeah, so the kids had an extra day off for Labor Day weekend, so we decided to fly down to Orlando to check out Disney World for a couple days. We had planned to fly VFR, the weather looked good. Instead of making it the whole way like we were hoping, which would have been about 4 hours, we decided it was probably a good thing to stop about halfway through. So we stopped, fueled up, jumped back into the plane, and took off. We didn't get in the clouds, but it immediately turned cloudy.
The clouds had picked up and were at various levels, not just a solid layer that you could go on top of. We started climbing and then descending and then turning, and we were doing lots of different things to maintain VFR. And it became apparent after a little while that maintaining VFR was actually not probably going to be possible to continue our flight. That's where we had to do the one thing that you hope you never have to do, but is there if you need it, and that is request an IFR flight plan from ATC while you're flying. And so we did that.
The interesting thing is that the controller we happened to be talking to at the time was crazy busy vectoring people around all of this weather. Caleb was actually flying this flight, so he, I don't know, you called probably 4 or 5 times, and we actually thought we were on the wrong frequency, so we switched over to another frequency and talked to somebody
who told us to just maintain wings level, because I think they were concerned that we may be getting in over heads. Now, we're both instrument-rated pilots, and the plane is instrument capable, so we were fine to do this. However, we were hoping to fly VFR the entire way, mostly because I didn't want to get vectored all the way around Orlando, which is what ultimately ended up happening anyway, but we needed it because of the weather, so it made our flight quite a bit longer as a result, but what can you do? We weren't recording any video at the time this happened because nothing interesting was going on when this was first starting. We were saving our batteries for more interesting parts of the flight, so.
And then we got into the whole, oh, you're in the clouds, or trying to stay out of the clouds. And so we both got focused on trying to do that kind of stuff, and we didn't even think to hit record.
Yep, so the video we got was after we already were on our instrument flight plan and things were settled and we were in a little bit better of a situation than we were in trying to maintain VFR previously. You can see our flight track here where we made some turns, made some ascents and descents to try and maintain VFR. Did a 360 at one point just to try and turn around before we actually got into the clouds while we were still trying to hail ATC. And then eventually got a hold of somebody who got us to another controller who ended up letting us file a IFR flight plan while we were in the air and continued our flight on at 10,000 feet. Fun day, interesting day. RV-10's a great IFR plane if you're got the equipment to do it. It's really nice to just put on autopilot and not have to think about anything. And you can see the radar information right on the screen, so you kind of have an idea of where you should try and go and not go. But ATC was great that day. They got us to where we needed to be, even though we had to go way out of our way, and it took a lot longer to get to our destination than we had hoped originally.
Yeah, we saw the Atlantic Ocean, which we were not expecting to see. So, but it's the funny thing, the kids were pretty much none the wiser that we were kind of going crazy in the clouds.
Heavy 5, Charlie Tango, keep your speed up. Your number 1, wind 080 at 5, runway 15, clear to land.
Okay, keep the speed up, number 1 to land, 5 Charlie Tango, 15.